I think by far the TDS provision is probably the one which has been the biggest dampener on the trading of crypto, according to me. Okay, it's not the 195 BBH tax. I think everyone is figuring out how to pay the tax and all. But the real problem is with respect to this kind of a situation. So what is really happening? So I'm a day trader. I want to purchase and sell cryptocurrencies or crypto tokens, as I like to say it. And let's go back to the same example. You are the seller, I am the buyer. I want to buy this cryptocurrency. I'm going to give you 100 rupees. I want 100 rupees worth of, say, Bitcoin to me. So I do the transaction. So let's say, for example, we are face to face. We are not on an exchange or anything like that. We both meet each other in a cafe. We kind of do this across the table. At that point in time, I'm required to pay you only 99 and 1 rupee. I will take your PAN number and say that on this PAN number, I'm going to deduct this 1%. And when you open your income tax portal, it will show that 1 rupee has been paid by Badri on your behalf to the income tax department. That's the TDS provision which is there with respect to this. The TDS provision you're required to pay at the time when you make the payment to this, right? So, to that effect, you need to make the payment of this 1% TDS. I already told you that it's a mechanism to track and trace and report. That's the way in which it's being focused. I would have liked the percentage to be much lower than 1. Okay, it would have been nice to have, say, 0.01, because 1% TDS is a very, very big. So, let's say, so what's the implication of it? Let's say I'm a day trader, I purchase something for 100 rupees from you, and I want to then give it to Manish for 101. That's typically how we do the trade. The arbitrages are small. So, when I make the payment of 100, I've deducted 1% TDS. You got 99, you're already crying. Yeah, I'm getting the 1 rupee afterwards. Then Manish is going to pay me 101, but he's going to deduct 1.1 from my amount before he's going to. So I'm going to get 99, 99.9 when I'm going to get this money. So you'll find that by having this 1% TDS on these small arbitrages, you're having multiple amounts being deducted and kept. So 1% with you, that's going to come at the end of the year. 1% of money should come to me end of the year. And if I do 50 transactions like this, you have a fairly significant amount of tax that is happening in the ecosystem being passed to the income tax department. That's typically how it has an impact on how day traders and people who are, I shouldn't just say day traders, who are having a regular flow of trading of these bitcoins for being able to transact. So one way of thinking is that you only think of 99 as your pay, and then you try and do your arbitrages based on that. But as the kind of global crypto exchanges kind of converge, the arbitrages are small, and therefore this may not be something which is that viable. Now, ideally in this scenario, Rohit and I both know each other. He is trusting me with his PAN, I am trusting me with my money. All of this is very nice. We are not going in the back alley of a shady road, right? But most of the transactions happen through an exchange. Okay, in an exchange, I don't know I'm buying from Rohit or Manish or Krishan, right? So in that kind of a scenario, I am merely making a payment which I'm authorizing the exchange to make through its systems. And I am hoping that they will give me 100 rupees worth of Bitcoin when I made that transaction. So the information needs to come to me. So there is a mechanism issue vis-a-vis a normal TDS return, where you're going to have to get the information of the seller before I can make the payment of this thing. But in one way that the government is encouraging is that we are only interested in taking one-time TDS on this transaction. So the exchange goes ahead and deducts the TDS because the exchange will have a seller's PAN number. Okay, I may not have it. You deduct it on my behalf because the money flows through you. You deduct it, and then it will show in Manish's or Rohit's account that this much money has been deducted when the money has come. So that's typically how we are going to be doing the transactions. Peer to peer, we will have to do it ourselves. Through the exchange, it's probably going to be better to do it through the exchange. Unless, of course, I have to take that. And my sense is that once 1% TDS has been paid on the transaction, it's not required that you do multiple. So one of the thought process was that when I do an exchange, I will deduct 1% TDS and I make the payment to the exchange. Then exchange will take it in its PAN number. then it will deduct 1%, it goes and gives it Rohit, makes it 2%. That is like adding salt to injury. Okay, so I think that's not what I think the government is also comfortable with. Government is, when we are talking to them, they're saying that just deduct 1% TDS one time for the exchange, and then we'll be done with it. Okay. Now, this 1% TDS or the requirement to deduct TDS is not just on conversion for fiat currency. So, let's say Rohit is going to give me Ethereum and I'm going to give him Bitcoin. Okay. So, two scenarios happen. Okay. Let's say, for example, I give Bitcoin and I also do some money to buy Ethereum. Okay. So, 50 rupees worth of Bitcoin and 50 rupees of cash for getting the Bitcoin. I have to deduct TDS of 1%. Because I've got 100 rupees worth of the transfer. On this, I will deduct 1 rupee from my 50 and pay 49 rupees to you, and I will transfer the asset to you. Okay. Now on your end, the fund doesn't finish there, right? On your end, you have sold 100 rupees worth of Ethereum, and you receive 50 rupees worth of Bitcoin. There's an exchange of that, right? So you are not making any payment. In that scenario, the law requires that you must ensure that I will pay the tax on this transaction. Okay. So I don't know how it will happen. Okay. God willing, they'll find some mechanism procedure to do it. But most likely the exchange will enforce it. Okay. So when they make the transfer, they will say that you must have so much amount of money in your currency, in your wallet, to kind of make sure that a payment happens. Otherwise, that will get a little bit tough with respect to that. So part exchange, whole exchange will also attract, and like Manish really nicely said, so both of us are hit. So when I exchange it for this, I have to pay TDS because I paid cash to you. Because you transferred it, you must ensure that I am also, and God forbid there is cash transactions happening on both sides, you must also deduct TDS to the extent that is going to happen. So it's a very, like I said, it's a roller coaster. So on one transaction, effectively it is treated as two separate transactions, and I need to deduct TDS on both of these. And again, very complicated. I think it's not for the faint-hearted or for someone who is doing it casually, and it requires you to understand this area. So that's in brief what the TDS provisions really mean, Rohit.